Well, my mother calls me fantastic. I love her, she's amazing. But my name is Walter, and I'm the founder of Unity Dream channel. And I'm 30 years of age. I love music. Music is something that's deep rooted onto my soul. When I first heard it, if I can proceed, it was in 1997. I was surrounded by family, let's say, drama. There was chaos, separations taking place. Not knowing where to stand, I heard a sound that comforted me and has been with me ever since.
That's cool. Yeah, that's brilliant. So with Unity Dream, I mean, what do those words mean to you? Like, where did the inspiration for that name come from?
Unity Dream. Funny, I would like to add a twist to it. I want to say that this city would not receive the recognition it deserves, the fulfillment, without Unity Dream. The collective, the bonded vision, you see. Because let's say we're already a few steps behind the race, and if we try to do this individually, we may fall, we may not reach the point where we want to reach. So Unity Dream is a tool that I found that could get us to where we need to be collectively, or where we're going collectively.
Yeah, I mean, that's really interesting. I mean, so from kind of that idea of unity and the kind of the collective of Newcastle and the city, I mean, what do you think of, the community of Byker? Do you think there's a very strong community here?
It has its strong points. And that's one of the things that inclines me towards this ambient, this surrounding. It's because of that unity, it's because of that environment, So I'll take you back to 2006. 2006, when I stepped here, there was a lot of people who were restricted from entering the area due to their malfunctioning behavior. So they would obviously be discriminative towards those who come from outside. They would be racially abusive. They would physically abuse others who are from a different background. That all changed when the people per se started coming together and saying, what, we ought to do something about this. So it wasn't peaceful to get to where we are today. It was fire with fire, but also there was help with authority that cooled everything, if that makes sense. I don't have that characteristic, but at the same time, I'm not an angel, One of the sports I used to play was rugby. I would lift guys who are twice the size of me, right? Bigger than me, and I'll utilize my force to its full capacity. So when you think about using your strength, I put that into a good use. When you think about empowering people or trying to find result, I find a positive solution does it better. So that strength, I utilized it in sports, representing Newcastle, first national team. And I'm a small guy, I know, but I was one of the first who played for the national basketball team in Newcastle. And again, it's utilizing that power, utilizing that drive, and directing it in a positive way.
Yeah, I mean, that's really interesting. I mean, so what would you say your experience has been, being a black guy in Byker? Do you think, how far has that come? Just to go back to the kind of racism that people received. I mean, Can you speak a bit more about how far it's progressed?
Well, put it this way. I always kept myself to myself. And if we are working together, we're working to better ourselves. So there was no discrimination in color in my circle. And to be honest, it kind of moved me a certain way when you see this type of behavior, when there's segregation, this, that, and other. I've witnessed some ugly stuff where they'll be like, Walter, come on then, help your white friend. Come on. It's like, so there's certain characteristic that do not sync well with me, but it does exist. Racism does exist, but it just doesn't flow well with me. The city itself, not the city, Byker, since we're speaking about Byker. Byker has changed. I say that with a pinch of salt. There has been some incidents professionally. Professional individuals have been targeted only because they are superior consciously. So if you do not engage yourself in education, if you do not try to educe something from within, then you'll feel dissatisfied and always want to attack those who are doing something about their life and want to make some changes. So I always surrounded myself with people who are driving towards a specific goal.
So would you say that you like living in Byker?
Oh, Byker has opened my mind to a lot of things, you know. So as I mentioned, I have love for music. In 2006, I joined a team. They're called Crunk Newcastle. And Crunk Newcastle, they put together a music project. And the first recording I ever done was here in Byker. It was captured or recorded by a young producer by the name of Okan. He's amazing. It's a home name, if that makes sense. Is that the term?
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone recognizes the name Okan and what he has done for certain individuals and projects, organizations in the city. So Byker I favor Byker because the people recognize my art, they recognize where I'm heading. When I was training to represent the national in basketball, Newcastle Eagles School of Excellence, this young man, before he had his child, right, he would show me love every time I'm training, every time I'm in the court practicing, I'm sweating, I'm giving my all. He would show me love, and that love, many years later, I thought, now that I have a trademark, I have a brand, why not have him also engaged in this? I say that to say this. So this was almost like a generational thing where I recognized that the city, I keep saying the city because that's where I want to head. I want to represent the city. I recognize that Byker has that love for me. And when he, in a sense, gave us another gift, which was a birth of his child, I thought, why not contribute the same love that you had for me towards your family, towards your development. So his young one represents Sunderland. It's a great footballer. I said, you know what? You need an image here. You need to dream. So he's wearing his uniform, his tracksuit. He's wearing his Unity Dream tracksuit like all the time. You see, so it has the energy of recognizing where you're going and celebrating that if you have your head in the right place. There has been some areas where the people who you have grown up with or you went to school with, you may catch them like in staircases, surrounded by some foils, surrounded by some needles, and it's a sad case, you know. But at the same time, you can not quit. The reason why is because people did not quit on you. And there was a young man, I would also feed that same energy to. He's always like, wow, thank you. And eventually, he changed his lifestyle. He was once begging, and when he changed, he looks at me in the eye, and I can see the gratefulness. I cannot show too much weakness, so therefore I have to continue. The next stage is now boldness. The next stage is assertiveness. Is maintain on this track. You're doing well. You're doing fantastic. So we recognize these attributes in each and every individual we come across. There's positive place once you have your head set in the right goal, in the right place.
Yeah, cool. I mean, so you said something about not quitting on you, and I wonder whether, you know, people from Byker, people quit on them more quickly because they're from Byker, do you think, and because they're from a certain background?
I say I think it's momentum. Think of this, right? You put a lot of love into something, and then you build that momentum, and then you find that the world is not as you have trained yourself to be, and that can break down certain characters. So it's all about that momentum and how you can expand your oyster, i.e. your network. Because if you stay comfortable, that's when you are isolating yourself, and anyone can come through and break those walls. So the reason why I say not quitting is because we need to refine that. You need to find stay busy. As someone dear to me said, someone said, you need to stay consistent, stay busy. So the not quitting initially comes with networking. It comes with having faith in what you have, you know, and sharing that. And you have to really do it to your full capacity. That's the only way for you not to quit. Because if you do incline in such practice where you're trying to give up and you didn't build a network of people who can support you, then that's when you feel a bit distressed or discomforted or disinterested in the process. So the not quitting, it's better when you have a supporting body, when you have a community behind you. And Byker is a great community if you project yourself in such way, i.e. go get it. I've met so many great individuals, young, who I was like, whoa, you have changed. And they are hungry. They're hungry because they know where they are. You know, the body mass is different. They drive in Mercs. This is Byker. You find all sorts. You got Mustang just around the corner.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, so I wanted to just quickly talk about kind of pride and you know, that kind of self-belief. But you know, are you proud to be from Byker? Do you have a certain pride in that?
Oh, there's someone I met who's more keen in this topic of representing Byker than I am. He would look at me in the eye and say, "This is my city. This this is me, this is mine, I'm not leaving. Nah, bro, we ought to expand, you know. Do I have pride? Put it this way. I have a frequency that can move people in a positive way. And it takes time for you to recognize how it's impacting you. I take pride in knowing that I can communicate with this frequency. I take pride in knowing that I was approached in this negative manner, on this negative way, but it's only because we have potential. It's only because we're going somewhere. I take pride because that frequency, that alignment, recognizes the potential in the one who is now looking at me and saying, I've been here for this long, this is mine. Like, you know, so I let them be, but I enforce that presence, I enforce that positive psychology. You see, so it's not pride, it's just a contribution of there is something about Byker, you know, that allows you not to grasp, but share, if that makes sense. It's a cultural place, and it should be identified in this way. I have a philosophy speaks of, you know, Dr. Evil, Dr. Frankenstein. Evil Genius.
Evil Genius.
Evil Genius.
Oh,
The Frankenstein monster. The Frankenstein. The doctor. Dr. Frankenstein, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I like to perceive Byker in such way, where we have different parts, different limbs, all put together, and operating in this unique manner. It's not about grasping, it's about sharing the outcome of such creation.
Yeah, because I listened to one of your songs that we asked you to do about Byker, and one of the repeated phrases was Frankenstein's feet.
Yeah.
So what could you explain to the viewers kind of what that meant in that context?
Frankenstein feet. So you have the Bigfoot, you have the mystical Bigfoot. So I wanted to embark upon or embed that idea of being that, you know, not there. Again, because it's about momentum here, okay? Because the universe, as we know, does not rest. And I wanted to bring some sort of movement into it. And if you see if I speak of Frankenstein feet, there's some movement in the word. You're going somewhere. And again, it's a rampage. It's bold. Every single step is calculated per se. You know, it does not move reckless. You see. But if you envision the movement of Frankenstein monster, is literally moving with a force. He has that force and is going towards his destination. Of course, everyone wants that all same boat, but sometimes fast is not really. Although in some areas such as business, it depends. I meant to say, it depends. So you have F1, you have 100 meters. You have different areas that speed is necessary. But it takes time when you're in a community like this for your presence or for change to really be impactful. So the Frankenstein feat is more about that steady pace, but at the same time we are moving with full force. We're moving collectively.
Yeah, I mean, I was wondering if you could kind of talk about where you see the kind of future of Byker and the future of yourself in Byker, and whether you want to move, or where do you see kind of yourself and Byker and your relationship in 5 years there?
5 years with Byker? 3 years with Byker. Not 5 years. 3 years. I put it to the Most High because 9 times out of 10, I start off from there. And so, I've been a representative of Byker for quite some time, to the point where people go through me to get to. And the more experience I have, the more caliber, the more instrumentals I have, the better. So I would like to be that instrument and utilize this force to its full potential. So where do I see myself? Again, I see positive things, and I would address that which is off. Again, going back to the frequency, when I first came here, there were some people who I went to school with, like literally living across from me. Whenever I open my curtains, they'll be there. Whenever I'm entering the house, they're there. But you can also change the frequency, right? There was an image here, a billboard, and there were not a billboard that says "Welcome to Byker," but it was showing, it was picturing the like town. It was not. They weren't focused on Byker. They had one or two, let's say, patterns in terms of color, some. So they had some patterns where you can recognize, oh, this is a Byker Community Trust, But you can also see that they're not too keen on showing Byker. So, in my mind and my heart, I dislike that. So I put it out there. The same with the people who are open my window, they're always there. If we're not going nowhere, if you're not projecting that which is, if it's not real, eventually fades. And I like to think I'm a positive, I'm an asset to Byker, because I see it in its limelight. I see it in its positive projection. So I would like to come from within and present that. I may not be the one doing the work. I may not be there in terms of in the billboards or in the conference room. But I know if I was to be informative, if I was to click, i.e. allow what is from within to be true, so it will be. And this is how it has been for me when I want change to happen. It has always been like this. You cannot fight change, but you have to, in a sense, repeatedly or repetitively have your own input in ways where it's almost like a song. You're not agitated, but you're like, what if we return to the basics? What if we did show Byker for what it is? So that's initially where I continue to come in when it comes to change the outcome of my experience in Byker, from within out.
So kind of, what do you think about, and how would you describe the reputation that Byker has from an outside perspective? Like, what is your perception of that?
Oh, I love it, because when I was becoming conscious of Byker, i.e. stepping out, volunteering, engaging more with the community, I would come across Chronicle reviews come across what people would say about Byker, and it was positive. I believe it was around, can't really mark the date to be precise, but it was on the newspaper that would say that Byker is it's a loving city, it's a community that is recognized as being one of the like family engaged and family orientated. It's a welcoming place to be, and I do not want to ruin that. But anything I say from now, it could spoil it. We know that it was there, it was printed, we all received. Even the words I said before, it puts Byker there. Everything before now puts Byker there, and that's what Byker is. If I was to try and do something else, completely spoil it. So outsiders, they perceive Byker to be a place of potential, i.e. people coming into Byker and finding business. They are setting up projects. This is real. You have Generator, one of the biggest music event organizations. They're just 2 seconds away. You see, you have like BBC, ITV, you have a recruitment agency 2 seconds away. Byker it has that element of, let's say, it has potential. It has potential, and people perceive this to be so.
What do you think about the kind of...
Sorry, could we take a break?
Yeah, okay.
It's quite hot. I will. Yeah.
So, what do you like the architecture here? Does it inspire you?
I would like to think the Scandinavians did a good job. You know, you enter through one door and you exit from another exit. It's almost like a portal, and it's fun knowing that there are unique spaces that you can explore. And I came to find that, again, going back to the birds, that Byker is really caring for the birds, because as you have already known previously, perhaps engaged with the architect, they have bird nests everywhere, and that love that they have for the animals, and again keeping people safe, i.e. entering from possibilities to enter from multiple entrance, and that security again is in place. Access is not so easy, but it's getting tighter now, and it's something that I see as a positive thing. And also I'm wearing the blue and red comfortably because of where I am. You know, the colors of Byker, the yellow, the green, blue, red, the grey. Again, it's an posture of amazement. I love the design. I really do.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, so how much has kind of Byker and your experiences in Byker influenced your music and your art?
As I mentioned, so in 2006, when I came to Byker, yeah, Byker's amazing in this manner, where you can tell stories for others, but you also have to step out. You must step out, because there are DJs, there are producers, there are so many music lovers here. There are amazing instrumentalists, and that that source or that pool, you can never get tired of, because it refines your art, continues to water and cultivate your passion to walk out. Actually, there's a song by it's skipping me, but there's a gentleman that I think it's called White Castle. There's an amazing song, right? Who sings that? Who sings that? I have to look it up. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Man.
Well, do you know who's by? I can Google it.
I feel like I recognize that.
So basically, there are rhythms circulating throughout this entire place. I woke up and there was another beautiful rhythm I cannot recall, but it turns out that this sound, it was preparing me for something else. So I woke up with that sound in mind, and unfortunately it led me towards finding my neighbor lying down on the floor who has a problem, like a heart problem. But it was that music that kind of started off the day. So there's something about music and Byker. The kids, they sing that specific song that I was looking for, which I forgot what the name is. Hope you guys can discover it. But they would continuously remind you that there is love for music here. There is love for music. So my first, because I love music, as I mentioned, but the instrument itself was acoustic guitar. My cousin would play like effortlessly with a cigarette on his lip. You can really see him just jamming his guitar. And my first song when I was here in Byker, it was like the melody was through acoustic guitar. Dun, 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 dun. And it was played by the producer's brother, Okan's brother, which is Anar. He's amazing. He's amazing. It's just a place of great frequency. If you align yourself, if you know what that sound is, if you know that calling, it's pure. You see, there is that, and there is the support of when are we going to get a CD from you? When can I come to your show? There is that type of recognition or a type of support in place. We also set up a small workshop to find young talents, writing workshop, and it wasn't too difficult to have them bring out their talent, to bring out their lyrical capacity. It's a place full of wonder. If you really dig deep, you'll discover that the people here in Byker are really talented, and they want to be heard in multiple ways of expression, you know. And yeah, that allows you to contribute into the culture. Not too long ago I was experimenting, because now I'm making my own beats, which is it's slowing me down a bit, you know, because I had a different pace. Like it was much greater. But now that you're making your own beat, you have room for improvement, but you're also making some errors, and sometimes the rhythm, the pattern is off. The neighbors will recognize. There was a time we were here and the pattern is off, and yeah, we have some sort of engagement. So they have my number, and they sent a message like ridicule. They made fun of the rhythm, but it's not negative. To me, that's a positive criticism, and it also shows that they know what music sounds like. They know what you should be delivering. Also, growing up, let's say now we're in 2008, right? You say put you in 2008, the neighbors are saying, wow, your voice sounds like it's coming from the radio. There's this ears for how sounds, how music should sound like. They recognize the pattern, and if you listen closely, the birds are singing, the people are doing the same.
That's really beautiful, actually. Yeah, I think so. How would you, if I could challenge you, it's kind of a different question, how would you describe Byker in one word? Like, what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say Byker?
Positive. Just take away all of that curve, all of that riffraff, turn it around. Positive.
Perfect. Thank you. Is there anything you'd like to kind of add or voice about your experiences and your art and your beliefs?
I was actually trying to maintain within the frame of positive psychology, because we are limited here, but also we need to recognize that if we have faith in ourselves and our art, with the right group of people, because as I said, once you step out, you're used to a certain momentum, and then the world is like, hey, you from Byker, we show love different here. You recognize that you must adjust, you must, how can I say it? Ask me that question one more time.
How would you describe, what would you, do you want to add anything kind of about your art, your kind of beliefs and your experiences with Byker that haven't already come up already, that you think are important?
I would just focus on the positive psychology side of things, as I was trying to say, and collectively, if you have that faith within your art, this is what I was saying. The network that you have in place, they need to recognize where you're trying to achieve, because you are unique, right? And we're here, and it's limited, as I was trying to say. As it is limited, so the teaching, we need to take it serious. And collectively, when you step out and you, let's say, be yourself with a touch of respecting the structure of what it is, you're stepping in the field of music, respecting that you have a story that could also click with others, but that story, it may be ridiculed, it may be laughed at, it may be disvalued, but it's that collective embodiment that allows you to stay balanced. So it's more about that positive psychology and that collective understanding of the unison of your creativity. I think if you carry that, people you went to school with, people who you hustle with, there is room to respect out there once you define that this is your story, this is your input, your positive input. But I keep saying positive because there is that if you show respect, you know that the banter, it's not offensive. You start recognizing that the culture in itself, it has a way of communicating, that it's not to take you off track, but it's to enhance, it's to really shape you into that character, which is a platform for you to speak your truth.
Great. All right, thank you so much. I think that's everything, and I think that's.
Yeah, but so we're just walking this way.
Yeah, just head back home.
So can we just like have a little conversation?
Yeah, feel free, do whatever you.
So obviously talking about the experience today.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. And at the same time, as you can see, you know where I come from. What they say is that when the sun is out, bring a smile on people's face, isn't it? So it brings joy. The sun comes out, it brings joy, and it's a joyful day today. I had fun. I enjoyed it. I don't know about yourself. Oh, so okay, so you enjoyed it too. It's eager. So I guess we're moving. Alright. But as I was saying, this is Byker. You can see Byker wall. This is like one of like the most iconic place in the old Byker put together, if you like, you know, the Byker wall. Like I didn't even know the magnitude of this place at first. Because like if you can see, like I think it starts from there, innit? Because obviously there's a gap there in between still, but it's still part of it, this whole building. Because if you can see the building over there, I don't know, you can't see it, can you? But I'm trying to point out, it's somewhere over there, right? Somewhere over there. Yeah, so I think it starts from there all the way along. And you can see it goes all the way there. It's crazy. It's an iconic building. Some of it's been, some of it's gone.
There's something about Byker.
We're still here, so we're moving. Yeah.
That was love, by the way. That was love.
Good job. Yeah.
Well, we continue on this journey, or you want us back in the house?
Oh no, just you can head back in.
Yeah. Okay, guess we on.
It's a wrap, but I got something for you guys. You see, if you stay positive, network, and again, sprinkle faith on yourself, it's important. You also need to be able to handle pressure. I say this because the thing is, when you love something, people are going to try to break that down. And sometimes it happens because of universal order. You know, it happens because that's life. However, if you're able to prepare yourself, surround yourself with the right team, you'll be fine. Because this is a loving community. At the same time, we do want to see people progress in this manner. You know, I do appreciate you guys being here today, capturing this side of things. You know, but this pretty much is a spark, if that makes sense, because we know that individually we all have a mission to play here. You know, this is not the final destination, as we all recognize, but we have to start from somewhere, and Byker has that love for you, so utilize that love. And again, as I say, you step into 3-6, it's semi-empty, so what you bringing? You see what I'm saying? So when you step in there, it's semi-empty. One more time, when you look through it, it has to be love. That's why we all speak about love.
Welcome.
There we here.
Welcome. Come in. Welcome.
Come to the crib.
Welcome to the crib.
Thank you.
Welcome to the crib. This is where we live. This is how we live. And you can see there's not much going on. But we got telly. Through hard work and dedication, passion, and all of that stuff. Simplicity is key. You know, keep it simple. It's all to do with frequency as well. Energy, vibration, you know, so gotta keep things in the right place, in the right order, you know, allow the energy to flow correct. So yeah, this is where we are. Feel free, do what we gotta do. Welcome to Byker, yo.
I know it looks so scribbled. Let's say in terms of power, yeah, we may not be, check this, yeah, there's some truth. We may not be like the superior, yeah, the superior beings in this subject. But check it out. The information that we provide for whoever's watching, that consumption, that food right there, nourishes them. And therefore it puts us close to the greats. Just this initial input puts us there. Also, I wanted to obviously mention that we have to be conscious of our environment. You know, Byker having the bee, what's it called, the birds looked after. It defines richness. It defines that.
Well, you know, I want to
Yes,
put you
talk
on
to me,
game.
Ken.
I want to put you on game.
Put me
I
on
want to
game.
put you guys on game too.
Right.
Like this is the game. This is the game.
Right.
You know? Right. For those of you guys who haven't heard it, this is self-explanatory. I don't know if you can capture it. It's self-explanatory.
What is it?
Right, I want to tell you about it. It's Unity Dream Clothing.
That's it.
Yeah, Unity Dream Clothing. And I see you wearing loads of it. And I also know the reason why you're wearing that. When I said I was going to put you in game, I didn't actually mean I was the one that was going to talk about it.
But it looks.
I meant you going to speak
Wait,
about
wait,
it.
wait.
Because I can see you top to bottom.
Wait,
And,
I got a question for you.
No, I'm not done. You have to answer this question first. I'm just
Okay.
here elaborating.
Talk to me.
So my question to you is this. Why do you think Unity Dream is so important?
Bro, the city, the conscious, we need to have this bonded engagement. Right? I feel Unity Dream, it's a piece of a puzzle that fits. It's amazing. But it's a unique piece that fits in all subjects. Okay? It's food. Okay? It's life. I'm talking to Life. That's how Unity Dream connects us all. I have international requests. I have next door neighbor requests. It's really arm reach when it comes to Unity Dream. But I have a question for you, King.
Okay, alright. It's always like that, isn't it? Back
Yeah.
and forth thing. Okay, we're here. Okay, I'm
Because
ready. Bracing myself.
Life has shown to be that person who, like when I utilize the idea of Unity Dream with his presence in mind, I always know it's going to be a hit. And he's always influential in the way he utilizes the material and the idea of how it should be presented. So my question is, has Unity Dream altered anything in the way that you have been perceived in the game?
Yeah, definitely has. Because this is, like, when they say you wear your heart on your sleeve, what's the saying? You wear your heart on your sleeve or something like that, whatever the say is. But when they say that, like, the way I also say, the clothing that we wear doesn't make you make the clothing in it. So in so many ways I'm trying to say, so you be it. So when I got that Unity Dream, you might not know the meaning, but that stands for the same thing. So when I got that uniform on, it's like, I become it. And obviously it's empowerment, working together. It uplifts the world, it uplifts the community, whether it's a community, a particular community, or the world, the globe in general. Like unity is, it's self-explanatory. So you uplift you whenever you're rocking it. It's about frequency again, like I say. So it's just
I like
it
that.
matches, just catches it, it makes you feel good.
So if you were to pass on a message to someone who also is keen on, let's say, being captured in the same light as you have, because when I see you wearing Unity Dream, there's this euphoria, because let's say as the founder, but there is also recognition from others, like, oh, this is a movement. Well, what are these guys up to? Like, there is always this keenness on wanting to not only get involved, but the experience behind it. I'm telling you, this is amazing. And what is it that you can tell others to, as you say, you need to be it? Is that all?
Yeah.
So that means they can't really engage with the brand, just be yourself.
No, that's not what
exactly. So what is the benefit towards
when
others?
When I said that,
I'm out the picture for this one.
when I said that Unity Dream, you have to be it. You have to be the brand. You have to represent. You know, when they say that, people often say that, yo, I want to see the change in this world, but there's another person that will say, be the change, right? When you look up in the mirror, you want to be that change. So be the change. So be it. It's like if you talk about unity, if you talk about empowerment, be it. You know what I mean? Like when I look at you, I can see unity. When I look at you, I can see empowerment. When I look at you, I can see, yeah, this is somebody that can benefit from. This is a brand. This is an event. This is a project that I can benefit from, that could do me good. So that's the unity, coming together, working together, collaboration again. So be
But
it.
you know that word unity is a bit dangerous. Some people don't like it.
Oh yeah, I understand, because obviously everybody has their own way of viewing things, right? Everybody has their own view in life. Everybody has their own experience in life. You know, like I said, everybody speaks about unity, but at the same time, how much do we really mean when we say we say the word unity? You know, so that's where I am. Just like that, that's where I am. So unity is unity. You have to be united, and it is what it is. But I wanted to show you more. Because there's more in the house. It's all Unity Dream display, and you can see the caps and everything. Yeah. It's part of the program. You go over there, it's part of the program. Come through. We're going downstairs. and have a little. Just be careful by the stairs. Be careful.
Maybe go together.
Safety first.
Go together.
Yeah.
Safety first. How are we gonna start this part?
Didn't work.
Vision is important. You gotta have a vision. You know, like you have to believe to see it. Some say see it to believe it, or seeing is believing, but believing is seeing also. So you gotta have a vision. That's why you got a telescope over there. And as you can see, so music, that's what brings us together. Again, unity. You know, music is peace. You know, so we're here. That's what we do. That's what we do. As you can see, it's not much going.
Welcome to Byker. Right? So, we came together to make a difference. But we're not trying to philosophize. We're actually living. What you see here is our life. First and foremost, we had to unite and define, equal determination. So we united, and now this is that. What else can I do for you? You understand? So we're here defining what equal determination is through a philosophy that is really Ethereum rather than a theory. You understand? So this has some element of truth that we need to explore. Unite and define equal determination. However, without you, there is no us. There is no Byker.
Great exercise.
This is a community.
Great exercise. If you appreciate the game of chess, we into it as well. You know, just to keep your mind going. You know, we try to keep ourselves, active, on the go, always working, always producing, always finding our room for improvement and filling the gap. So yeah, we stay active, play some game of chess, read books, very important.
That's it.
That's for the kids out there, for the new generation, or I don't know. But
That's it.
reading books, you know, it keeps you mellow and it keeps you educated at the same time. So it's very important for the children. And again, I wanted to emphasize this as well. We got plenty of libraries here in Byker actually. We got plenty of libraries, and I've noticed the community actually uses the centers and stuff. So it's actually very important. So you can see that there's a pattern there that obviously there's people that love reading and stuff in Byker. So it's not just about such in Byker, but there are people that actually are inclined into education as well. So I just want to put that out there as well. But yeah, we're here. It's your boy Rife Life. I haven't even introduced myself yet properly. My name is Rife Life.
Plug it because you're getting this back.
Also known as Nello. I didn't want to say that name out there, but yeah, I just said it. Yeah, but most.
Wait. This bro is so creative. Slick, by the way. Take away creative.
This guy.
Slick.
No, don't say too much. Don't say
Hold
too
up.
much. Don't say too much.
Look at this.
Listen. Put me on the spot now.
Yeah. NE 100. It says. So in a room of people, yeah, in a room of, let's say, creative beings, everyone, their chemicals, their endorphins, everything is flowing, all their creative chemicals, right? And he says, perhaps we should work on this project. NE 100. I started running with it until I was like, NELO. That one looks like L. Oh, which is his name? NE 100.
Man, you've been paying attention, huh? You've been paying attention.
I was like, whoa, this
Education
guy's too
time,
slick.
education time,
So
education
we are in Newcastle. NE. And 100%.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Rife Life, again, I appreciate that one, bro. Rife Life.
NE 100.
When did I arrive in Newcastle? A long time ago. But we're still here. We arrived and we're still safe, we're still here. I myself, I lived in Byker for quite some time as well. In fact, this was one of the places where I first lived when I arrived in the UK, to be honest, in Newcastle in particular. I came and lived in Byker for some time, moved away, then came back, moved away, then came back, and right now I'm actually currently here for a minute. So yeah, I can tell you a little bit about Byker. Byker is a good place. It's a good place, you know. A good place. You find all your ups and downs and this thing and the other. But it's a way of life. You know, we all experience different things every other day. But Byker is a place with potential. And I'm sure many can recognize that as well. And I did. And hence I'm still here. Working for the better days.
My king, you know when you have people from bigger organization like the Bronx, the Jersey, LA, welcome to Byker. We are creative beings. Hold up, you define because there's room for improvement.
For sure.
Welcome to Byker.
So are we gonna have more like the tour on the house, or that's it?
I mean, that's it. We'll be doing too much.